Okay, let's see what we have here. You know what? Wait a minute. PX-50... Didn't I already review this thing? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second. Well, that's interesting. It's the same, elegant style. Very nice. Nothing overly... Wait a minute. This feels different. Let's check under the, Oh, I see now. It's red. It's not blue. It's not black. It's not brown. It's not green. It's not clear. It's red. For love. So yeah, guys, once again, we have a keyboard in front of us, and this is, again, by PERIXX. My friends over at PERIXX sent me another one along the way here, and it looks pretty much identical to the first, one of the first ones I did, in fact, review by them, the PX-5200. But the only difference here is, aside from the elegant design, lovely keys, lovely just... the finish overall, it's not shiny, it's kind of a nice satin. It's not even overly flat, I want to say, but it's like a satin black finish. Nice lettering here, so the LEDs do shine through significantly, but obviously not too overly bright. But aside from that, it's pretty much the same keyboard. Great construction, nice heft to it, but the difference is, just like in the beginning, we have now some red Cherry MX key switches. So the one main difference here, I'm going to go ahead and talk about all the switches more or less, is you're going to have Cherry MX Blue, Cherry MX Black, Cherry MX Red, Cherry MX Brown. I believe there are clear ones as well, which are basically the RGB, which I believe those kind of fall into like the red category, if I'm not mistaken, as far as the clickiness and overall tactile feel of it. And now recently there's also the Silent, I believe, which is... without all the extra O-rings and whatnot to dampen the noise and the feel, they're significantly quieter than they already were on the, the quietest option that they already had available. So this, being that it is the red, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys why you would probably want something like this. Let's say the clickiness on a blue or a green or maybe even a brown isn't so much your taste. Maybe you're in a situation in an office or your bedroom or wherever you want to use your computer where you can't be making too much noise, whether it's too much noise that you want the lack of noise, or you just don't like the overly tactile feedback of, let's say, maybe a blue or a green or even a brown. So you want to go with a red. It's going to be a lot quieter, a lot more subtle to the touch, and just feels more like, let's say, I don't want to say feels more, but sounds more like you're on a regular membrane keyboard than anything else. But I can't say feel is exactly like a membrane. It's certainly not going to be like that. It's not going to be that soft. It's not going to be that quiet. But also, if you're a heavy typer in general, even if you're on a very quiet keyboard, you're going to hear it, if you have heavy fingers like I do, you're going to hear it anyway. But as far as who this keyboard is for, Cherry MX, you want something quiet. You want overall responsiveness to be quicker, by the way, as well. The actuation point is a lot sooner on the Cherry MX Reds. So if you're a gamer and you want some lightning fast reflexes on your key combinations or just your overall response time in a game, maybe Cherry MX Reds are for you. Me, I love browns, blues, especially greens, but greens are kind of hard to find. If I wanted something as heavy as a green, I would just go to my Model M by IBM, because those things are hard to type on, they're tough, but the tactile feedback, the bump, the loud clackety click is just satisfying for me because, hey, you know what, I don't know, I was just used to those older times when things made a lot more noise, and back then you can kick computers if they were working slow. You just kick it, and it would actually help. Today you do that, you'll just break it. So, just a rough overview of the keyboard. You have programmable keys up here, as I mentioned in the first video, which I am going to link the first video of the first PX-5200, the Cherry MX Blue, in the description. I might put a little video here or something like that maybe as well. But you do have some programmable keys up here at the top that you can program to your needs. You also have a gaming button here, which will disable your Windows key. It'll light up when you obviously have it engaged, and your Windows key will become basically null and void. You can't accidentally, exit your game with Windows by doing that. And back here you have some lovely rugged feet. I mean, the rubber on them isn't overly hard or overly soft. It's a nice in-between, so it's very grippy, and it's just not going to go over you anywhere, really, when you have the feet, you know, propped up for the angle that you'd like. You also have a nice channel here as well for the USB cable to be channeled through and away from the keyboard, so you're not just sitting it on top of it. And it goes right in here with one of the mini connectors. So of course, also being that this is the Cherry MX Red, I mean, the other one, I guess I could have said that it came out blue, but no, it was a white LED. This does in fact have red LED backlighting, which you can switch around with different modes. You can light up the whole board, just the arrow keys or just the WAS keys, or nothing at all. It would have been nice though. I mean, I haven't seen any illumination, or rather illumination levels really, you know, as far as how illuminated you want it to be, how bright you want it to be. That I have not seen from them. That should be something that they should add, especially at the price point that these keyboards come at. I would like to see an option there where you can adjust the lighting, the brightness, dull it down, or brighten it up a little bit, you know, as you'd like. As for a few things, I probably may not have mentioned it earlier, we have some volume buttons, other function keys right here. You have volume up, volume down, and mute, along again with the gaming button that I already mentioned earlier. But all in all, guys, it's a wonderful aesthetic. It's very simple, you know, full keyboard layout. I mean, your macros are going to be at the top, but you don't have anything at the side. Aside from the macro keys at the top that you can program, it's essentially just a regular, you know, full standard layout keyboard. It's elegant. It's not overly done. No like jagged lines here or there. Nothing crazy. It's very simple. It's very sturdy. I can see this thing being kind of much of a, you know, a tank. It's not overly heavy, but it's not overly light either. Rather, I would go with overly heavy any day just because I know it's going to last. And just, yeah, man, those feet, this thing isn't going anywhere. See, it just doesn't want to move. Doesn't want to leave. Like, you know, get away from me. But it doesn't want to. But so all in all, PERIXX, they have some great, you know, QC, they have some great products. This keyboard being one of the top ones that I've had from them. Thanks to them for sending it along my way to review for you guys. Hope you've enjoyed. And yeah, take a look, man. Find them on Amazon. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the description below as to where you can find pricing and availability for this keyboard. Also visit them at PERIXX.com. Depending if, you know, on your language, you can go ahead and select your language at the top of their page. I believe you have English, Deutsch, and whatever else. But if you want to just go ahead and skip all that, PERIXX.com/EN for English, I believe. So guys, this has been the PERIXX PX-5200 again, if you will, but more so the Cherry MX Red flavor. You know, just if you guys like the video, give the video a like. If you disliked it for whatever reason, give it a dislike, but share as to why in the comments section below. Remember, all the details regarding this keyboard, PERIXX.com, and anything else is going to be in the description below, so check that out. Any feedback you give, PERIXX would more than likely like to see that, so yeah, again, comment below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, guys, and see you again in the next video.